Hey guys, how's it going? It's Nick from CureEmetophobia.com, and I'm sitting in my car right now, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I was thinking of yesterday. The number one secret to overcoming emetophobia and how I did it, and the one thing that almost everybody is doing wrong in all of those other emetophobia groups is that emetophobia is not about being sick. I've been saying this forever, but that's exactly the secret pill that we have to swallow, is that it is not about being sick. It's about your thinking styles and your beliefs around it. It's not about being sick. If it was about being sick, everybody would have a fear of vomiting. Everybody would, because everybody does at some point in their life, but only certain people end up with emetophobia. So why is that? That was my question when I started to look into this thing, when I wanted to get myself better. So if you're part of some of those other emetophobia groups where people just, they'll look for reassurance, they'll go on and they'll say, is this gonna make me sick? Is that gonna make me sick? Help me, help me, help me. Don't do that. That makes the problem worse, because they're looking for ways to cope with something and they're not looking for ways to solve it. Okay, it's not about being sick. It's about your social anxiety. It's about your generalized anxiety. It's about your desire for control. It's about whether you feel that you are or are not in control of your life, and whether, if something happens that you that is out of your control, whether or not you believe that you have the resources to cope with anything that could happen. Okay, and that's why a lot of people with emetophobia are control freaks. Those thinking styles are the root of the problem. So take this advice. If you're in some of those other emetophobia groups where every time I look at those, the pages, it's just, it's people basically looking for, how can I be sure that this food isn't gonna make me sick? Somebody is sick in my house. I used Lysol. Is that the best thing to use? I don't wanna get a stomach bug. I'm freaking out. Does anybody have a recommendation for something that kills germs better than Lysol? That is the wrong question to ask. That makes it worse, and it's gonna do nothing but exasperate it and make you suffer longer. Okay, so do yourselves a favor, get out of some of those groups. If it's a group where it's positive and support, it's a lot of positive support, that's okay. You know, trying to help you relax, that's okay. But if it's just post after post of people freaking out and wanting advice, not on how to overcome emetophobia, but on how to cope with it, wrong answer. Okay, that's gonna keep you stuck. So that's my number one secret. It's not about being sick, it's about the other psychological issues that you have. Emetophobia is not the cause of your anxiety. It's not the cause of your psychological issues. Your psychological issues and your anxiety are the cause of your emetophobia. People have it backwards. So get your head straight about this. I'm not going to tell you to leave those groups, but if you want to get better, if you're really committed to this, I would look at leaving those groups. And if they're the type of group that I talk about there, invite some of those people into this group, because this group is not about that. It's not about, if you post, how do I avoid being sick? I'm not going to give you any advice on avoiding being sick. That is not the problem. I'm going to give you advice on being okay with being sick if you have to. That's the point that you want to get to. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys, but that's the number one thing that's keeping you stuck. Okay, so I will talk to you guys soon. I've got lots of new stuff coming out, lots of blog posts. I'm working on my video series here. I'm gonna kind of be walking you guys through step by step how to get over this thing. So invite people from some of the other groups, people that you know that are sick of this thing, that want to beat it, but it's time to get mad and it's time to fight this thing back, and I'm going to show you how to do it just like I did. And now I'm going to head into Mr. Sub and get myself a steak and cheese.